Good day, stock market traders and investors. This is Total Investor, the YouTube investment channel that is dedicated to educating the viewers on technical analysis. And that means that we provide you with opportunities in stocks, commodities, with chart patterns. So we teach you what to look for a profitable trade. And that means either buying or selling. And just before we go any further, I just want to make sure that you understand that this is for educational purposes only. Everything I say should not be construed as financial advice. Okay, so please keep in mind that that is very important. Second, if you have not subscribed to this channel, please click on the subscribe button now, and that'll be a benefit to you because it'll mean that YouTube will provide you with a notice whenever a new video is posted. Okay. Second, watch this video all the way through from beginning to end. Okay, so we'll start off with the first chart that I have, and that is Catalyst Pharmaceuticals, CPRX. Just concentrating on the last 2 months worth here. I know that we almost made a double bottom, didn't quite make it, close. But if we just look at the last roughly 2 months, we've noticed that it hit a high back in mid-August, came down and bottomed out at around 11.5. But I did draw a downtrend line, and today it looks like we pretty much hit it at the high. It didn't break through, but it's very promising here, okay, because we are above the 10-day moving average. We're touching the downtrend line, and still, well, a few dollars away from the 50-day moving average. However, we got some promise up here because if we look at the RSI of the stock, we noticed that the downtrend line hit several times and it finally broke out. I believe this was yesterday, and today we're at 48, so we're almost at the trigger line of 50. Okay, so this is looking very promising. It could turn into a buy any day. Okay, so for now, not quite there yet, but you should be putting this on your watch list, CPRX. Next, Edgewise Therapeutics, EWTX. Again, just concentrating on past roughly 4 months. Got it down a line that I drew underneath the stocks, indicating the lows, lower lows, lower lows, lower lows. But just above, we've got the RSI not quite making lower lows. They're actually higher lows. Not by much, but it still counts as bullish divergence. Okay, again, that's what we want to see for a stock that has a high probability of bottoming out. Okay, came from the top of 10.5 all the way down to 5.5. It's roughly 50% off here, and so we just got a little bit of a bounce here just recently. I did not draw a downtrend line from here. If I did, it would have broken it today. Nice green candle. We're above the 10-day and the 50-day. That's positive. And we've got the RSI broke above 50. So everything is a go on Edgewise Therapeutics, EWTX. Next, Genco Shipping and Trading, GNK. This one, no trend lines. It's just the moving averages here. Okay. Lately, we've just crossed above from 10 to above the 50. The stock is above both of those, making recent highs. Still, what, $1.50 to go to the highs from early August. But I think that this one has some potential here, including if we look at the RSI, that has been positive for a couple of weeks now. So this looks very interesting right here, Genco Shipping and Trading. Next, JetBlue Airways, JBLU. I did not include a downtrend line, but this is pretty obvious. From here to here, it would have broken through a couple of days ago, but this one does look like it is bottoming out. If we look at the RSI, we're still in very oversold, but we're starting to move higher. Same with the stock. We're above the 10-day moving average. Not the best trading day today, but keep in mind the reason why this thing might be bottoming here. I think it has something to do with the price of crude oil, which, JetBlue Airways, it's a big cost for the airlines. So maybe if we get more of a pullback in crude or energy prices, it might be helpful to all of this particular industry. Okay, but this chart, because it has really been hit, it's like half, 50% off. It really does need a lot of work here for it to be a buy. Okay, but if you want to keep looking at this thing, please do so. JBLU, okay? Keep that in mind. Market access holdings, MKTX. I've drew a line. This has been going down for quite some time here. I don't have the full chart, only going back 6 months, but I'm just drawing your attention to the end of July. I got a downtrend line, hit it many times, all the way down. Finally, today, it broke the downtrend line. The stock is above the 10-day moving average, not that far from the 50-day. Above here, we've got the downtrend line on the RSI. It too touched it several times. It finally broke it, but it broke it several trading days ago, which gave us a little bit of a hint that the stock was going to do the same thing. The RSI is above 50. We're at 52. So this thing is looking very interesting. MKTX. Modine Manufacturing Company, MOD. Just looking at this, all you had to do basically is just buy it on the cross of the 10-day and the 50-day. You would have been fine, and you'd still be holding this. Okay, but for those of us who are looking at it right now for the very first time, just drawing your attention to it in the past couple of months. We got some good support here at around a $43, $44 range. Been holding steady. We've got we got that support. We've got the support of the 50-day moving average, and the stock today is above the 10-day moving average. Both moving averages are sloping upwards. That's a plus. The RSI has held steady and bounced. We're above the 50 trigger line, so that is bullish. So this is looking very promising as well. MOD. Next, Palantir Technologies, PLTR. This basically the only thing that has going for it is strong support at, I believe this is 1370. Okay. Once it broke here initially when it was resistance, it popped, had a decent size advance, pulled back to 1370, advanced again, pulled back 1370, up again, small advance, back down 1370, and now we're going back up again. Okay, as it looks right now, we've got a slight bullish pattern here because it is above the 10-day and the 50-day moving average. The RSI is above 50. However, if we look very closely, we could be seeing a pattern called the head and shoulders. Now, it's not perfect, okay? One shoulder, the neckline, head here, the top of the head here, and another shoulder. Now, what do we do here? Is this the breaking of that, or do we come back down? Well, time will tell, okay? But I think that because it's not quite a perfect head and shoulder pattern, it's probably more of a slight bullish pattern, but we're going to have to wait and see for the market to tell us what it is rather than us guessing. Okay, so that's basically why I'm telling you about this particular stock, because sometimes you get 2 or even 3 patterns all in the same chart, and you don't know for certain which one it is. So you just have to wait and let the market tell you rather than guessing. Okay, so PLTR. Next is RB Global, RBA. Looking at the pattern from mid-August, bottomed out at around 56, a very nice advance to 67. And if you notice here, this with these lines is basically a Fibonacci retracement. Okay, when a stock or even commodity advances, there will be a pullback. Then the pullback can be like 38%, 50%, 61%. This one has pulled back exactly 50% of this advance. Okay, that's usually an area where the maximum is usually like 61.8. You usually don't want it to get to that level because the advance, when it happens, you don't get a strong advance. Okay, usually the smaller the pullback, the stronger the advance. 50 is decent, okay, to get in. So this is what swing traders will use to see, because they want to get in after a pullback. They find a floor, in this case around 61 and change, and they buy it on a bounce. So this stock, I drew a downtrend line. It broke above that trend line. It's above the 10-day and the 50-day moving average. It's corrected the 50%. Plus up here, RSI has broken its trend line and it's above 50. So this is looking like a very good candidate for a swing trade. Okay, RBA. And Service First Banks, SFBS. This too has had a nice advance, pulled back from 61 down to about 48, found the floor. Interesting that it had a gap here between 49 and 52, and 53. And what normally happens is that stocks or commodities will pull back to fill this gap, and it did it exactly. Okay, once it did that, that was the floor. It bounced back up with the trend line from the top, hit it once, twice, 3 times, and finally broke it today. Nice green candle today. So it has, a lot going for it here. It's above the 10-day moving average. It broke its trend line. Good solid green candle. The RSI broke its downtrend line above 50. We're at 58. So looking bullish, better and better by the day. Okay, that is SFBS. And we've got Terns Pharmaceutical, TERN. The stock, I drew a downtrend line from the price in late June all the way down, touched it several times. Guess when we broke? Well, we broke it today. Nice green candle. That was good. How did we know that was going to happen? Well, we didn't. We had a good indicator, and that is by looking at the lows that the stock was making. Okay, lower lows all the way down till a couple of trading days ago. But if we look at the RSI, it wasn't making new lows. It was just inching higher. Okay, so that would tell us that maybe we're finding a bottom soon in the stock. We got that today. The stock broke the downtrend line. It's above the 10-day moving average, just inches. It's like 20 cents away from the 50-day. RSI broke above 50, so this is a good candidate for an up move. Okay, TERN. Next, U.S. Natural Gas Fund. This one, well, obviously I did not use a trend lines, okay, because it seems to be a little erratic. That's just because it trades off of natural gas, the commodity futures contract, and what happens is that in the morning the commodity has already traded, and that's where you're getting these huge gaps, okay, in the stock price. So it's not very smooth. It seems like it's very erratic. But what you want to do is you want to use or at least I'm using the moving averages here. They are about to cross. They are the commodity, or in this case the stock, UNG, is above both of them. RSI above 50. We're at 62.80. Nice big green candle. If you look at the commodity itself, it looks like we might finally want to be breaking out and moving higher. Okay, so that's why I'm in this one. I'm telling you that whenever I have a position, whether I'm long or short, I got to tell you. So this one I am long, UNG. Okay, and I believe this is the last one that I have. Yes. Okay, so UNG was the last stock of the day. Hopefully you've learned something, and I wanted to bring you something every day. I did mention that I will be making shorts and shorter videos dedicated to teaching you about certain technical indicators. That will be coming maybe next week. Just question of timing for me. I will let you know when that happens. So it's a good idea to subscribe to this channel and find out, okay? Because when they are posted, YouTube will let you know. They're only going to let you know when you are subscribed, okay? So subscribe, big thumbs up, and if you have any comments, I don't get too many comments. I don't know why that is. Maybe everybody's shy that they don't want to say something. Don't worry, you're not going to offend me. Tell me what you like, what you would like to see, what you don't want to see. Let me know. Okay, I do read the comments. And also, if you can do me a small favor in return, let everybody know. If you're on social media, whether it's Facebook, Reddit, Twitter, spread the word. Okay, so having said that, I will see you in the next video. Thank you.